I've been spending my platinum points on all of the Switch Online elements that have released over the past few years, and a question that I get all the time about having all these elements is just how do I afford it? If you don't know what platinum points are, this is Nintendo's digital currency that you can get through their MyNintendo rewards program. They don't have any actual monetary value, but you can redeem them for different prizes like sweepstakes, digital wallpapers, physical items, and even digital icon elements to use on Nintendo Switch systems. And given that I've spent thousands of these platinum points on thousands of different elements, I wanted to kind of just show everybody what it is I do and how I end up with so many, because it's actually a lot simpler than you might expect it to be. Now, this may not be the quickest method of earning platinum points, but it's what I found to be the most efficient over the years. And even after spending so much, I still have thousands in the bank. But before I reveal my secrets, if you're new here, it really helps out if you're able to leave a like and subscribe on the video. It lets me know if this is the kind of thing you want to see more of. So one of the most reliable ways to get platinum points is on your Nintendo Switch system itself. So navigating from your home menu, there is a button on the bottom left that's red and says Nintendo Switch Online. Clicking that will bring up the Switch Online app, and from here you can go to missions and rewards because it's the missions that we're after. So this updates every week with a variety of missions. There's usually around 5 or 6 at a time, and it's just different ways to earn a number of platinum points. So the ones that are always there are play software that supports online play, use this app, and backup save data. Now these should be straightforward, but it is worth noting that for play software that supports online play, you can't play any of the Nintendo Classics or a game trial. It has to be any other game that has online support. And for backup save data, it usually doesn't trigger right away, but I found that starting up a game and then closing it, it'll pop up eventually. Every month, 1 or 2 missions will rotate out, and it'll be to play one of their Nintendo Classics. Right now, it's Super NES and Game Boy Advance. And if there's a game trial going on, they'll usually offer some kind of platinum points reward for trying out that game trial. Now, these usually range between 50 and 100 per mission, so it's really helpful for getting all the icons. And maybe you didn't know about this, but the system actually sends you a notification once you've cleared these missions. Not always, though. So yeah, just remember, these missions update just about every Monday. Another place you can find MyNintendo missions that'll get you platinum points is actually the MyNintendo website itself. Once a week, you'll find your Mii chasing a platinum point around, and if you click it, you get 30 points for the week. Your Mii on the homepage will also be doing other things with platinum points, like fishing for them or even dreaming about them. And on the missions page, sometimes you'll have a quest to find your Mii hidden 3 times on the site. Now, I'm usually on the mobile site, but here he's usually hiding on the left. Then if I refresh, he appears again. And for the third and final spot, the Mii is hiding in the right under the settings menu. Going to the Earn Points tab, you can find that Nintendo services provide different ways of earning about 100 or 50 platinum points. These usually have you visiting an external Nintendo site and just clicking on hidden items. You can also get some points by linking your accounts, but most of it is just finding hidden Pikmin or hidden Splatoon symbols or hidden Age of Calamity symbols. They update these from time to time, usually with the new releases, but not always. There is a mission here for visiting Nintendo New York, and I'm luckily from the New York City area, so I've been able to get around 100 points every week just from going there. Not that I go there every week, but Nintendo events usually do offer some kind of MyNintendo check-in that get you points. Speaking from experience, I actually was able to get around 100 points every day from visiting the booth at PAX West. But I also think the Nintendo store in San Francisco offers a similar amount of platinum points to New York for just signing in. Usually when Nintendo's hosting a Nintendo Live or any other kind of in-person event, they will give you some kind of credit for showing up and scanning your QR code. Now, the last pretty consistent way of getting platinum points is through 2 of their mobile apps, being Super Mario Run and Fire Emblem Heroes. And for this, I kinda thought I'd break down what goes through my mind when I'm deciding, oh, it's my weekly check-in to get these platinum points. You don't really get much, but it is the most consistent way, so I'm gonna show you how to maximize your profits without actually spending too much time in the game. And I'll kinda let some of my gameplay do most of the talking, but I am gonna break down a bit of my strategy for Super Mario Run first. But before I get into the gameplay, Super Mario Run does have some one-time code opportunities and others that can be repeated daily and even weekly. So the one-time opportunities will get you 100 platinum points for linking Super Mario Run to your Nintendo account, adding your first friend, adding 5 friends, and adding 10 friends, which I still haven't completed. You can also get 50 platinum points each for clearing worlds 1 through 6 of the full paid game, which costs $10. Again, these are the one-time platinum points opportunities, but the repeatable missions are how I make most of my platinum points profit. So there are 2 missions in the Super Mario Run section that repeat. There's Play Toad Rally and Win 3 times in Toad Rally. Play Toad Rally is a daily quest, while winning 3 times in Toad Rally is a weekly quest. I like to get my 3 wins in the first day, but if you really wanted, you could just do 1 round of Toad Rally every day as long as you win. So here's how you win. You're going to open up Toad Rally, and from here you're going to select your level. Every opponent that you can face has a number, but it doesn't really matter. This is really just the number of toads they have in their kingdom. What you want to look at is the level you're playing on. I'll explain it in a bit, but in my opinion, opinion, the best levels where you have the most opportunities to win are airships, castles, and sky levels. The okay levels are deserts, grasslands, and underground, and I would absolutely avoid playing Toad Rally and a ghost house. These are just a waste of time. And yes, that is my recommended order of preference for these levels. So as you narrow down your level selection, you also want to pay attention to the character your opponent will be using. You should use a Yoshi. It doesn't matter what color you use, but I personally pick the Yoshi that correlates to the number of toads I have the least of because it'll boost their chances of appearing. Yoshi's great because he has the boots so he can step on spikes, and he has the flutter jump so you can recover from your mistakes easier and get a little bit of extra height. The extra height comes in handy when you're trying to chain jumps on enemies to boost your combo. Your opponent doesn't matter too much, but you want to avoid playing against Toad, Toadette, and other Yoshis. We'll see why later, but I think Toad is too fast as an opponent. You want to avoid Toadette because she can steal your toads during the final tally, and avoid Yoshi because the reason you're picking Yoshi is to have the slight advantage. You don't want your opponents to have that. Is it really that deep? Probably not, but this is just what my mind goes through. So from here on out, you're just going to go play Toad Rally as you normally would. But it's very important that you trick as often as possible so you can get the most toads in your audience. This can be anything from jumping out of a roll to doing an extra little flip when you're climbing up on a ledge. Do as many wall jumps as possible, and just make sure those toads on the bottom are cheering. I've also found that it kinda helps if you hit the checkpoint flag first, which isn't always make or break, but this is why you want to avoid going against Toad because his speed will usually get him to the flag first. And it goes without saying, but make sure you're not taking damage or dying or even falling off cliffs, because this will remove some toads from your audience. But other than that, that's really all I think about when I'm going to play Super Mario Run to get these platinum points. It's pretty consistent, and because each Toad Rally is only about a minute, it doesn't even take up too much time of my day. So doing this every day will get you around 120 platinum points a week, which honestly starts to add up after a little while. Again, you're spending like a minute a day doing this, so it's really not that bad at all. Moving on to the next mobile app where you can earn platinum points, we have Fire Emblem Heroes. Now you get a guaranteed 100 points for clearing every chapter and every book in the game, but I strongly recommend you don't do these all at once unless there's a reward you're specifically after, because the platinum points do expire 6 months after you earn them. But the good news is when you redeem these points, they redeem the oldest ones first, so your newest ones are always at the back of the queue. So if you like Fire Emblem, great, go ahead and play the game normally and you'll have points in no time. But I'm not the biggest Fire Emblem guy, so here's what I would do to get the points when I need them. I'm gonna let my gameplay do a lot of the work here, but if you go over to the app settings, you can disable most of the animations that play. This will speed up the process and allow you to get the points quicker. So what I do is I take the team that I had already kind of built, but not really, and I send them into battle, and I hit auto battle and just kind of let them do their thing. It's good to have a variety of characters, but I found that they kind of just level themselves up and work their own way through the story. I haven't really had any issues where I wasn't able to clear a chapter because my characters were kind of just leveling themselves up throughout the game. Full disclosure, I do remember an instance where my characters would die and I'd have to do the battle over, but it never really took more than like 1 or 2 more attempts. But honestly, that's it. I don't spend a lot of time playing this game, and it's pretty easy. I haven't even finished half the chapters for it yet, so it's nice to know that I can get these points if I need them. But yeah, that's pretty much how I've earned my MyNintendo Platinum Point fortune. I should also probably mention that I rarely end up redeeming my points for the physical rewards, and those are pretty much the most expensive thing you can spend them on, so that's probably why I ended up saving so many. But if you enjoyed this video, it really helps out if you're able to leave a like and subscribe, and feel free to comment down below if these methods help you and what you've been spending the Platinum Points on. If you want to see a sort of up-to-date video on the Nintendo Switch Online icons, I'll link it down below, and I'll check back in soon with another update on the new ones that they've added since that last video. But for now, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.